So yeah, we are live, and for those that have been following the show, this is the lunch break show, where we just interact and talk football and other sports. And today we have a Liverpool supporter as a guest. He'll break down what's been happening at the club, what are his predictions for the upcoming season, and his general thoughts. So, Mr. Uji, you can introduce yourself, and we can take it from there.
Oh, thanks, Tava. Okay, I'm Og Ogone, by the way. I'm a staunch Liverpool supporter. I'm a current English Premier League champion, of course. Yeah, and there hasn't been much of an activity this in this transfer window. We've only signed one player, Tsimikas, a left back. Oilangore, he's going to serve as a backup for Andy Robertson. He won't be used that much. So they've been more outgoings than incomings. Lalana Otamaile, Dijan Lovren has been sold, and a couple of other youngsters. So our current targets ke Thiago Alcantara, but at the moment it's just speculations. Nothing concrete has been said by the club, though we'd like to believe that an offer has been made to Bayern Munich. Yeah, and then Le Jorginho Wijnaldum, he might end up going to Barcelona. But due to Ronald Koeman, the new Barcelona coach,
Coach, yeah.
yeah. So provided that Wijnaldum leaves, that's when we are hopeful or we'll get Thiago Alcantara. But negotiations, Wijnaldum had hinted to Klopp that he wants to stay in Liverpool.
Oh,
The board has said to Klopp, he should just sell players to raise funds in order for him to get his targets, which is in Thiago Alcantara. But anyway, he has assured us that as Liverpool fans, for the league that we just won recently, we won it without having signed any player ka transfer window ya August. All these other clubs had signed players. I know Manchester City, in signed the players at Manchester United, but Liverpool didn't make any major signing. But we still went on. We still soldiered on. We won the league, which all boils
yeah.
down to Klopp's management style. He doesn't believe in buying finished products. He rather believes in training players, especially youngsters, and turning them into players he wants them to be. Wabai model. So we expect to see this season. We expect to see many youngsters, ba promotiwa, ba hape ba hiwa, getting more minutes. Bo Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott. But yeah, I'll be disappointed if you don't make any major signing, especially Thiago Alcantara, because we need a creative spark in the middle. Re tlhoka motho e leng gore he'll come in early creative so that we also don't become predictable, because you can't retain the league, especially for England, with the same style for 2 years. So yeah, if we can get Thiago Hela to provide some dynamic. Yes.
Okay. Taking it back maybe to a couple of weeks ago, we saw you guys playing in the Community Shield. You lost to Arsenal. Any key takeaways you can take from that match? Were there any positives that you feel with the upcoming season? Maybe you can just diverge from.
Yeah. What's important to note is that was a preseason match, as much as it was a cup, but yeah, it's part of preseason. Even Klopp in his press conference, we shouldn't expect Liverpool it's well drilled, because at the moment he's still trying to change his tactics. So what we've noted the back line will still be as it was this past season, and we are gonna change our tactics. We're slowly we are slowly changing into a team where it's now playing short passes rather than the long pass. Yeah, so that's the only positive that I can note. But otherwise, the boys were still in a basa buja sentle. May I expect them to be okay for game year weekend against Leeds United.
And then there was a guest I had, I think it was a week ago, who mentioned with the current team that you guys have, and the current style of play, he doesn't see you guys winning the league. And let's see how the transfer market is going with other teams. Or you guys maybe one or two players so that you can shake things up. Would you agree with them?
I'd like to say I partly agree with him. We need maybe one or two new players. But in terms of winning the league, yes, Manchester City are firm favorites. They will always be firm favorites because they have all the quality players.
Yes.
And with Chelsea, with the league, the dynamics are different because you can have good players, but then maybe if you are not lucky. Let's say, for example, I know that Chelsea is going to get into this season by rebuild. They've signed a lot of players. Manchester City has always been having problems at the back, but they've rectified that by buying this guy from
Ake.
Nathan Ake. Yeah, Nathan Ake. Yeah. So Arsenal, it's safe to say maybe they'll make it to top 4. Yeah. So with Liverpool, they are second favorites that I do know. But it doesn't mean that you don't have the chance to win the league. In the Tata chance thing, I do believe even the boys they want to retain, they want to defend the title. Yeah, for them to increase that chance of winning the title, we should add more quality, especially in the middle, just to spark some change. But whether we do that or we don't, we'll still be competing for the title.
And then looking at your two centre backs at Liverpool, Lovren has left, right? Is it Lovren?
Yes, Dejan Lovren has been sold.
And then who now steps in to pair with Van Dijk?
The first choice has been Joe Gomez, the English guy, and then the second choice is Joel Matip. So we have a couple of young stars who are centre backs as well, Sepp van de Beek, and then Omongwe Hoiver. So centre back is sharp, though it also depends on luck. If Van Dijk gets injured, we are doomed because he's our key player. He's our most important player. But our first choice is Joe Gomez, Le Van Dijk.
But then, don't you think maybe you should opt in to buy another central defender? There was talk also of you guys wanting Koulibaly. I don't know if the price tag is too much.
that's just a rumor. Koulibaly is expensive, eh? We can't afford
Yeah.
another defender who's worth more than 70 million pounds. And I'd like to believe he's worth more than that. So I think we're okay. Hagare. Maybe we can add another centre back ka January. Ha ele gore there are injuries. But with Van Dijk, with Joe Gomez, with Joel Matip, and two other youngsters, centre back are sharp because so long as we have three first team or three good centre backs, are sharp because we only play two and then one even a reserve. Only if Honga have the injured sister, that's when I can buy the idea we should get another centre back. But that should only be January, not now. What we need at the moment, Hela Tota, is just a midfielder.
And then you think your team will be okay to contest for the league?
Yeah, our team will be okay to contest for the league because look, man, we trust our manager. Yeah, we trust. You can have all the right tools, but if you don't know how to use them, then there's no point. But with Jurgen Klopp, we believe that he has ideas on how to utilize play disposal.
Okay.
Mm.
It's opening weekend. You guys are taking on newcomers, Leeds FC. Any thoughts about the game?
At the moment, there are no injuries so far, new reported injuries, though Henderson will be out. I know that Kone similar light training and Oxlade, he won't be in contention. But Mihela, I expect a win. Liverpool. Yeah.
Okay. And then I think I forgot to talk about how we are going to get transfers. What's happening to Origi and Shaqiri?
They are likely to be sold, because they are French players. But if we were to sell one of those guys, that means depth up front. So we'll then have to rope in another attacker. But it looks like the rumor mill is still low regarding those guys. But Mehela, they've always they're not getting much game time. So they want to try their luck elsewhere.
Because with the latest rumor that we had, there was talk of the guy the striker Latzenberg wa Germany. There was talk there might be a swap deal between Liverpool and them, with Origi going the other way and then him coming to Liverpool.
Which striker?
Hati Patson Daka.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the rumor hasn't intensified.
Would he fit at Liverpool?
I haven't seen him. I haven't watched him playing so far, and the rumor hasn't yet intensified. So maybe in the next coming weeks, but sometimes even papers they just publish the stories to sell. So I haven't seen anything from credible sites like your Sky Sports and Telegraph and Daily Mail regarding that guy or that potential swap deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you had one of your Facebook posts. You had mentioned Chelsea will finish 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
Why?
Because okay, let's say it was last season in Inkarbikirile they'll finish 3rd. but preseason has been cut short due to corona implications. So Lampard, he hasn't yet gotten the time to like take those players, drill them through his methods or the Chelsea's way of playing. I get.
Yeah.
So those players at the moment, I'd like to believe Basetse ba signile diplara di le 6. So if you sign more than if you are a team and you see yourself signing more than 4 or 5 players, ba ileng gore ya ba go tsena mo first 11, it automatically turns into a rebuild. Remember those players, most of them, Timo Werner was playing in Bundesliga, so he doesn't have EPL experience. Ziyech was playing for Holland,
Yeah.
and then there's a guy Kai Havertz. He was playing in Bundesliga.
Bundesliga,
So
yeah.
they're new to Bundesliga. So they're new to the English Premier League, and adjusting more EPL. It takes time, more so that
Yeah.
hape le bone ha ba ise ba tlhaloganye wa bona. So this season tota hela is going to be up and down for Chelsea. I expect them to peak in the second half of the season. E ka be le gone ba jelang, but hela me, what I can guarantee you is the season after next, they are going to be a force.
So you see them challenging for both the league and the European Champions League.
No, the season after next, yeah.
Oh yeah, the
But
season after next.
Yeah, but this coming season, I expect them to lift one title, which is either Carabao Cup or FA Cup.
The FA Cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
okay. No, continue.
The league, I expect it to be between Manchester City and Liverpool.
Okay. In let's make our predictions for the season. Number 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, it will depend on more transfer activity. Like tomorrow, let's say if City manages to buy, say for example, if they can manage to buy Hela out of the blue, then they get Koulibaly, or they get someone hela, a world-class midfielder. It increases their chances because they will add to a strong foundation which is already there. Or maybe if Liverpool buys Thiago Alcantara, so it will solely depend hela more transfer activity. Me hela at the moment, if I were to predict, I would say as much as City barekile Nathan Ake, I still feel like at the back ba santse ba na le mathata. So I'll give it to I'm not being biased here because I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm not being biased. But I'll give it to, at the moment, I'll give it to Liverpool, then City, then number 3 even Manchester United, then 4th or 5th I expect Chelsea, Arsenal, and Spurs to fight for those 2 positions.
Man United number 3. I'm a Man United fan. With the current squad that we have, I think we're a bit lucky. But looking at how things are going at the moment, I honestly don't see ourselves in the top 4. Looking at the team that we have, I'm just shocked. Top 4.
More top 3.
Top 3.
Okay. Manchester United can it's number 3 this past season.
I feel we're lucky.
Okay. Obana sale Bruno Fernandes a rekiwa. There's been a change, and also Paul Pogba is a larger injuring hela. he came as a better, like he came in a more rejuvenated, a motivated. Then you have Martial, Lerekilele, Van de Beek.
Van de Beek, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. So I think menu all along Matata Nzele Hagari, there wasn't any creativity. So with the acquisition of Van Beek or that guy, gape go na le Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba. Up front you have Rashford, you have Martial, you have Greenwood. I believe that Le Chapo, you guys can fight for top 4 and you'll get there.
But with Hodeana, what the an area gifinang gore ya ngwarisa. It's our defense. That combination ya Lindelof le Maguire is not really working out. Maybe if the transfer window is we can get another central defender. That would be okay. Because either Lindelof or Maguire Basio, we put in the Ivory Coast guy.
Eric Bailey.
He's not comfortable, and I feel that's one area we need to improve at. In as much as Sancho and stuff like that, I think we should also focus more defensive.
That's true, but I've heard that I'm just not sure, but I've heard Jose Smalling is back, and he has been performing. Oh, can you correct me on that?
Smalling, he is back, but Roma have put in a request for Babata Humoreka. So I don't know if Oli is going to thing, but Roma had put in, I think it's a £12 million request for Babata Humoreka, so that they will move in a permanent.
Smalling has been doing well for Roma, so if he indeed comes back to England to Man U, he'd form a good pairing with Harry Maguire. And happy kana center back pairing, it doesn't take a season, only one season for it to gel. So even if I think Lindelof is a good player, Harry Maguire. So maybe if they can be given another chance, can I tumelo hela ya gore baka improve thata hela this coming season, because baka ba setse ba itsane wa bona. Of course they made mistakes last season, but it was a new center back pairing. Yeah. So tota dilo tse go tswa hela nako tse dingwe, what you need hela is time to understand your partner. Wa bona motho yo tshamekang le ene o bo le setse le itse gore nyamme wa mo tlhaloganya, wa itse gore no, if go na le situation e le ira yang wa bona. Mme hela if Smalling a sa tle gore Maguire le Lindelof ba ka ba ntse ba le sharp, but what you guys need is a third center back in the form of an Smalling, or if le morekisa, you should buy another center back, maybe Koulibaly, because I trust that menu can afford him.
I think at the moment there's no team that can afford Koulibaly. He's way too expensive.
No, Napoli wants to sell, so they can negotiate. As much as just 70 million, but even 65 million, hell, negotiate.
Do you think it would go that far? Initially it was over 100. Now, do you think they can go to 60, 70?
Yeah, they can. It was just over 70 million. But tell me, as much as Bamo price it can even go to maybe 65 million. O consider gore contract I think hela. So they don't want to risk losing him on a free. mo transfer window ya season e ka kwa wa bona. So the best thing to do ke gore ba mo rekise. I'd like to believe Len gore he wants to move to a bigger club. He wants to start winning titles as well. Yeah.
Mr. OG, in closing, looking at the bottom half of the tables, which team should we watch for, apart from the top 6 that you mentioned?
Okay. Wolves will always be there, as well as Sheffield United. So those are the teams to, yeah. But mehela tse di ko tlase. Akere tse di ko tlase, I'd go for Everton, eh?
Oh.
I'd go for Everton. Akere ne se more top 6 or
top
what?
6, yeah.
Yeah. Everton, because they've signed James Rodriguez and Allen.
Yeah. And then there's another central midfielder. I forgot the name. The black guy. I forgot his name.
Yeah. Plus, they have a good manager in Carlo Ancelotti.
Ancelotti, yeah.
Mehela outside top 6. Hela Owana held our top 6 year last season. Obo factora any the team it's any disimo go yon. I believe gore yeah, yone Everton. Mehela, if there were to be surprises, telling gore maybe the Canada disrupt your top 4. Expect Wolves and Sheffield United.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't talked about Spurs, but Spurs Spurs hasn't convinced me, eh?
No. Even the manager?
I've always believed gore Mourinho can do well ko tlabong ena le madi. So ko Spurs it's going to take some time for him to like turn those players into what he wants them to be.
The superstars.
Yeah, into superstars. Mind you, the key player, Harry Kane, they rely more on Harry Kane. So when he gets injured, like what's been happening.
Yeah. I know you're a big fan of Hatama, Son, the striker.
You mean Son?
Yeah, I know you're a big fan of his. Yeah.
That's my player.
Do you feel Mourinho is using him to his best ability with the games that you watched at the end?
Yeah, I do believe he's getting the best out of him. But no matata like the problem with Spurs is not okay. It's injuries that di ba affectang ko pele. But mehela ko morago ke mathata hela. Mene wa tshameka human Son. But if you have a good attacker tshwana le Son, me ko morago di goal di lika. There's no point.
Okay. Mr. Oji, let's wrap things up. Prediction for this weekend: Liverpool versus Leeds. Final score prediction.
3-1 for Liverpool.
3-1. And then Sunday, Tottenham versus Everton.
1-1.
1-1. Okay. Mr. Oji, thank you for joining me. I hope I get lunch. Hopefully we'll get you back during the course of the season so that you give an insight as to what's happening at Liverpool.
All right. Okay. Thanks.
All right. No, thank you, Miguel.
Bye.
Sure. Fixtures for this weekend: Fulham versus Arsenal, Liverpool versus Leeds, Crystal Palace versus Southampton, Newcastle versus West Ham. That's for Saturday tomorrow. And then Sunday, we have West Brom versus Leicester City. And then Tottenham versus Everton. And then Monday, it's Sheffield United versus Wolves. And then another big game is Brighton versus Chelsea on Monday. So thank you guys for joining the Lunch Break Show where we talk sports. For all those that are watching now, thank you and see you again next time. Bye.